Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, stop me if you've heard this before. Royal Caribbean has oversold another sailing. I've got a couple stories about Royal Caribbean, so we'll keep those ones till the end. In the meantime, let's talk about the Carnival celebration, where she ran across a small rowboat overcrowded with refugees, and she stopped to give assistance. Now, the captain of the ship has reported out saying that they did not request help. It was a small boat with multiple oars. Apparently the boat was put together with all kinds of different material, including duct tape, so it lets you know just what kind of ship these folks were sailing in, but they did not appear to be in any real danger, so they offered assistance to bring them on board. They refused, but they did accept some supplies, some food and water, and the captain noted that everybody seemed alert, everybody seemed in good health. There was no immediate danger for anybody there, and because they refused to get on board, refused assistance, they just offered them the supplies. Of course, they did contact Carnival's head office and port facility, as well as the Coast Guard, and let them know of the sighting, which is procedure out in the ocean, just in case something does happen with this boat along the way. But there you go, not all refugees accept the help when they get offered, but at least they got some food and water, because I imagine a few days in the sun in a rowboat, you're going to need some more supplies. So good on Carnival celebration for that. Also in Boston, unfortunately, we had the Spirit of Boston, which is a really, really large tour ship. I mean, a large one. It would classify as a small cruise ship in a lot of destinations. It can hold a lot of people. It's well known in the city and for tourists, offering dinner cruises and party cruises and things like that. Unfortunately, it caught fire. No one really knows what's happened yet. They are still under investigation from the police, but apparently nobody was on board when this happened, which is a good thing, because the lower level just filled with smoke immediately, and you can see that smoke is billowing out from the lower levels. It spread very, very quickly, but they did get the boat under control, the fire under control, and it does not look like they will lose the ship, but extent of the damage at this time is still unknown. The good news, nobody was hurt. Pretty scary situation to see just how fast smoke can fill a ship, and let you know why fire on cruise ships is the #1 concern out there. If you ever wonder why smoking is not allowed, that's the reason, because that fire can spread, zoom, and it can catch you, and you don't want to be around it, and you don't want to be in the middle of the ocean. So yeah, let's hope there's not too much damage for the Spirit of Boston. Next, I have two stories from Royal Caribbean, both issues again. But before I get there, let me just invite you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. If you want to keep up to date with everything going on in cruising, including these stories, which if you're on these ships really will affect your cruise. And we're going to talk about everything. Tips and tricks, maybe get you on those new ships, because I'm booked on quite a few of them. And we'll just talk about cruising on a daily basis, let you keep up to date with all the cruise news. And I hope you'll join us. It really does help the channel when you subscribe, and I really do appreciate it. Okay. The Anthem of the Seas. Just about a month ago, I reported that she was changing some port times and some itineraries because she has engine issues. They called it a mechanical issue at the time. It's an engine issue. The ship cannot go at full speed. And because of that, she's, over the past few weeks, has been changing some itineraries. Well, she's changing a lot more. Coming up in June, letters have been sent out to passengers on the Anthem of the Sea saying, yeah, some of your port times are going to change. Most notably, one cruise going to Norway. I believe one port is shortened by like 4.5 hours. No word if any compensation is being given for any of these changes, but on one ship, on one sailing, all 4 stops, you now have a shorter time in port because of the engine issues that they have going on. So just a warning, if you're on the Anthem of the Seas all the way into June, July, don't expect to be in port for the full length of times, because the ship's taking longer and longer to get there. And here's another warning. She's setting sail shortly, I think May 1st, on a transatlantic crossing. Well, if you're on the other end of that transatlantic crossing and you're going to be boarding that day, I'd expect a very late embarkation, because the ship might not get there in time because of those engine issues. Ongoing again. I remember when they said they were hoping that it would be fixed by the next cruise. Well, that was over a month ago, and they're already changing other schedules in June. It's only March, folks. That's 3 more months away. That's 4 months of engine issues ongoing on the ship. Just letting you know. Sorry if you're on the Anthem of the Seas and it's affecting your cruise. But here, at least your cruise isn't canceled. How about this? Royal Caribbean, somebody's heads are gonna roll for this, because it's happening too often now. They oversold an Alaskan cruise tour now. That's right. First it was the Wonder of the Seas at Christmas time. Then it was the Wonder of the Seas at spring break time. Then it was putting out a notice that you can buy this premium package that doesn't exist at the cruise line at all. And now they've oversold an Alaskan cruise tour in June. Now, they haven't said which tour they've oversold, but they are contacting guests and offering them 2 other ones. One of them is a 13-night ground mountain marvels tour, departing on June 3rd from Fairbanks, all the way and ending in Vancouver. That's including the cruise, of course. And then there's a 14-night Fjord Tundra National Parks. And if you accept this one and stay on the June 9th cruise, I think it's probably the June 9th cruise. If you look at the itineraries of what's going on with the ship. It is, by the way, it's the Radiance of the Sea that is having this issue. They will offer you a $400 onboard credit per stateroom, not per person, to continue on that. Now, the trouble with that is they leave on different dates than it looks like the original one did. You would have to start earlier, which if your flights, if you book through Royal Caribbean, it might not be a big deal. They'll switch it out because of the changes. But if you booked your own flights and your own hotel stays, pre-night hotels, etc., it's out of your pocket again. So I don't know what's going to happen if you're one of those people, because they're not really clear on which tour it is. But that's the 3rd time in less than 3 months we've heard about being able to book something and then being told, sorry, we're oversold. I know airlines do it a lot, but so far, that's the only cruise line I've heard doing this. So they gotta fix it. It's too many times now that we've heard this story. People plan their vacations around this. People plan their holidays, and some people go 2 or 3 days in advance to spend some time there. My niece right now is in LA. She's spending 6 days with a friend of ours, and then she's coming on the group cruise on April 1st with us. Well, what happens if that group cruise now got canceled or oversold, and they know you have to take another cruise? Well, she's gone there for no reason. She went there specifically to be there for the cruise. So I feel for these people on both the Wonder of the Seas, which is a ship I really do enjoy being on, by the way, and now the Radiance of the Sea having issues as well. And the Anthem. is having issues as well. So what do you guys think? Do you think the engine problem's going on just a little too long, or they're just waiting for parts? What can they do? Or dry dock or something? But how about that booking engine? Again, overselling things. I think it's starting to get to the point where it's a little ridiculous now. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.